I'm Adrian Vale. Quick question. When did being alone start to feel like an emergency? Tonight, loneliness versus solitude, the never-ending noise of content, Erich Fromm, a dash of modern psychology, and the Stoics. And most practically, can we learn to be with ourselves without a phone? Our time alone is increasingly colonized by pings, scrolls, and background media. That's not just a productivity issue, it shapes identity and ethics. If I can't be with my own thoughts, how do I know which of them are actually mine? The goal isn't to renounce connection, it's to recover a capacity, to be with yourself in a way that nourishes, not gnaws. Loneliness, a painful mismatch between the connection you need and the connection you have. You can feel lonely at a party. Solitude, chosen aloneness that restores attention and perspective. You can feel full and clear while physically alone. Why we confuse them? Withdrawal symptoms. If your nervous system is used to constant stimulation, the first minutes of quiet feel like deprivation. So solitude gets mislabeled as loneliness. Fear of self-encounter. Many of us carry unresolved material. Silence can surface it, so we run. Design of our tools. Infinite feeds treat no input as a bug to be fixed. Reframe. Solitude is a skill. Loneliness is a signal. Don't treat the signal as the skill, or the skill as the signal. Erich Fromm argued that modern people often flee the burden of inner freedom. When traditional structures loosen, we face a vertigo of choice. To escape that anxiety, we slide into automaton conformity. We merge with prevailing tastes and timelines. We scroll what others scroll to avoid feeling separate. Authoritarianism and destructiveness. Fromm's other escapes. Outsourced certainty or control to numb helplessness. Fromm's antidote wasn't isolation, it was positive freedom. The capacity to relate authentically while remaining oneself. That requires an inner center. And an inner center requires periods of genuine aloneness. Time to separate what I truly value from what I absorbed. Fromm also distinguished productive orientations, creating, loving, understanding, from receptive or marketing orientations, where identity is patched together from others' reactions. If your alone time is always filled with borrowed stimuli, the marketing self wins. Solitude is where the productive self grows roots. Variable reward feeds pay out unpredictably. Your dopamine system learns to anticipate the next novelty. Remove the stream and your brain protests with restlessness. Supernormal stimuli, media compresses highlights, beauty, drama, outrage, into a constant drip. Real life's slower texture can feel wrong by comparison. Attentional fragmentation, rapid context switching, makes sustained thought feel expensive. Quiet becomes effort. Stimulation feels like rest, though it's often the reverse. Important nuance. This isn't moral failure, it's conditioning. What's learned can be unlearned, with design, not guilt. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People seek retreats in the country, but you can at any moment retreat into yourself." Solitude to the Stoics isn't a luxury, it's maintenance. They practiced distinguishing impressions from judgments. When anxiety rises in quiet, label it an impression that I'm unsafe without input, not a fact. The locus of control, prohairesis. You can't control the world's noise, but you can choose your stance. Solitude becomes training to hold that stance. Negative visualization. Briefly imagine losing conveniences, even your phone. Paradoxically, this softens panic and renews appreciation. Seneca advised alternating crowds and withdrawal. The point isn't to ghost the world. It's to stop outsourcing your equilibrium to it. Think skills and scaffolds, not grand gestures. The 2-minute wedge. Start absurdly small. 2 phone-free minutes once a day doing nothing. Sit, breathe, look out a window. End before it gets awful. You're teaching your nervous system that quiet is survivable. Design your friction. Put your phone in another room when you practice. Use a cheap kitchen timer. Remove moralizing. Add obstacles. If silence feels edgy, try a low, steady sound, fan, rain, to bridge the gap. Anchor the mind with simple tasks. Try a single thread walk. Notice feet, air, sounds. Or a tea ritual, boiling, pouring, sipping with full attention. If thoughts flood in, fine, label and return. This is reps, not a test. Journaling as a pressure valve. 3 lines, not 3 pages. What am I feeling? What's the cue? What's one helpful next move? Writing externalizes and cuts catastrophic loops. Social vitamins alongside solitude. If loneliness, not stimuli withdrawal, is the pain, add vitamins. 1 intentional call, a standing coffee with a friend, time in shared spaces, library class. Good solitude rests on enough connection. The solitude can track daily, 5 to 10 minutes phone-free. Weekly, 1 longer block, 30 to 60 minutes, walking, reading a single essay, or sitting outdoors. Monthly, a mini retreat, half a day with low inputs, notebook, book, strolls. Without some solitude, we live as mirrors, not people. Fromm would say we drift into conformity, values by osmosis, outrage by algorithm. The Stoics would say we forfeit sovereignty, buffeted by impressions we never examine. Practically a few quiet islands in your day. Improve discernment. You notice what media amplifies in you and choose better fuel. Reduce reactivity. The space between feeling and action grows. Deepen agency. You act from commitments, not cravings. The measure isn't how long you can be alone. It's whether, after a little true solitude, you return to others more whole. Why are we panic-afraid to be alone with ourselves? Because we're wired for tribes, trained for noise, and unpracticed at quiet. The good news, solitude is a learnable courage. Start small, add scaffolds. And remember, connection lands deeper when it springs from a self you've actually met. I'm Adrian Vale. Thanks for watching.